Well, in a video posted on Facebook, an elderly white woman went on a racist and, oddly enough, a tirade about the Nazis and the Russians after hearing another woman speaking in Spanish at this IHop. Take a look at this.
Do you want the Russians over here telling you what to do? Do you want the Nazis telling you what to do?
That's what you're doing to my mom. You're telling her what to do. She speaks English. She's not perfect, but she speaks English. You can't do that.
You know, Jose, not to hate on the grandma here because she clearly is elderly. She might come from a time and a place where she might have lived through Nazi Germany for all we know. You know, we don't know her identity. But going back to the assault, the verbal assault that took place, Carlos Steven Baez is the son of the woman who was speaking in Spanish. The Hispanic woman and this elderly woman get into a confrontation with each other in which the Hispanic woman, very emotional, she begins to lay down her case for why she's here and that she has the freedom of speech just like this woman does. She also mentions that she cleans offices and bathrooms and is gainfully employed. And just a shame that we all can't get along. You'd think it's an IHop, people come hungry and leave happy, but apparently not too happy.
I mean, she was hungry.
Maybe she was hungry.
I mean, I just don't want to hate on a grandma.
Yeah, me either.
It's hard, but what it does make me think is that it seems like this is Donald Trump's wet dream. A country where there's a whole generation of older people making sure that foreigners, especially Mexicans, feel rejected, feel hated. And I'm not taking it as a real sign of the general population of this country, because obviously there's no logic and there's no reasoning behind her rant, and it's just an emotional reaction to something that is heard. But I do think that the media and these politicians like Donald Trump is spewing that hate kind of guides the opinion of a lot of people.
This is not a Donald Trump discussion. This is about an elderly white lady who happens to have a racist sentiment that we should point out has gotten over 14 million hits on Facebook. And in fact, you know, the only thing that we can hope without having the politics discussion of this, because that's its own animal here. You know, I'm just trying to stick to the facts of this, and the facts are that perhaps when she, this is replayed back to her, somebody can see their xenophobia, their racism, and perhaps change. That's the best that we can hope for here.
But where is it coming from? Because it's obviously that there's no reasoning behind her hate. It's like if you can equate the German Nazis and the Russians to the Mexicans. There's no historical connection.
They didn't speak Spanish
at all. So I do have to make the point. I agree with you that this is not a discussion about Donald Trump, but I do believe that the media and the discourse that is around has an effect and has an influence on people like her that might just hear half of the story and just repeat it in a different way. I do believe that.
We'd love to know what you think at home about this grandma. Is she being racist? Is this a sign of the times that she comes from? Or is it, like my colleague said here, in fact, a part of a larger issue that the political debate in this country is allowing racism to flourish? Please log on, post those comments below while you're at it. Be sure to check out the rest of our channel and, of course, subscribe to the LibTV2 for more.